It's time to meet your 2014-2015 Baltimore Blast. Starting in goal this evening, number 1, Phil Saunders. Forward, number 2, Jamie Tarville. Forward, number 4, Diego Zuniga. Starting at forward, number 7, Levi Wapu. Starting at forward, number 8, Lucas Roque. Defender and Blast captain, number 9, Pat Healy. Forward, number 11, Tony Donatelli. Starting on defense, number 14, Ottawa Ubasi. Starting in midfield, number 16, Max Ferdinand. Forward, number 19, J.J. Gibson. Defender, number 20, Mike Diesel. Midfielder, number 22, Juan Pereira. Midfielder, number 23, Jonathan Mellor. Defender, number 24, Drew Ruckles. And now the coaches of your Baltimore Blast, assistant coach David Pascal. And the head coach of your Baltimore Blast, Andy Kelly. There they are, Blast fans, your 2014-2015 Baltimore Blast. Ladies and gentlemen, this time we ask you to please rise and remove your hats as we...
Not very good in Baltimore. A lot of snow this afternoon, more coming on the way tonight. Blast will honor any ticket holder's ticket for tonight's game that wasn't able to make it. A free playoff ticket coming up on March 11th against the winner of the Syracuse-Rochester series. And speaking of the playoffs, let's kind of go into the situation a little bit after we talk about the starting lineups
tonight.
You
see Phil Saunders in goal, Obasi and Healy in the back. Max Ferdinand, Diego Zuniga, and Lucas Roque. How about that play from Zuniga last night, where he took the pass from Obasi off the bench and then came down and scored to the short side. So you take a look at the Heat's starters. Male in goal, also Tyrell and Whitmer. Thompson, Teixeira, and Hall. Val Teixeira, one of their best players for Harrisburg, is a factor. He's a guy to watch tonight for the Heat.
Val Teixeira, 8 goals, 8 assists for 16 points in 17 games for the Heat. Mel, the goalkeeper, has been in goal for one of the 2 games against Baltimore so far this year. He took the loss in the 29-8 game, and it was Scott Crotty who played in the shutout game, 27-0, and that was the only game that he was in goal for Harrisburg this year. Keys to the game, you saw him there, dictate the tempo as usual. Free kicks are a key. And last night, Chicago was faced with a back-to-back situation on the back end. Tonight, the Blast are faced with that same situation.
Yeah, and they
It's
get
different, though, not a lot of travel.
Right, no, not a lot of travel. They get some fresh legs, too. Levy Wapu back in the lineup for them tonight. He should be of help for the team, so we'll see how that plays out. And Phil Saunders, the different goalkeeper in goal for the Blast as well. Blast in their all-pink uniforms, Gary. It looks, obviously, Cancer Awareness Night tonight looks interesting, doesn't it?
It does. It looks different. And William Vanzella not in goal. Phil Saunders will be in goal. He'll be wearing the yellow goalkeeper's jersey. As far as the playoffs are concerned, the playoffs are set. Basically, the winners in the divisions, Baltimore in the East, Missouri unbeaten at 19-0 in the Central, Monterey having a great year, 17-2 in the South, and San Diego 15-4 in the West. The 2 and 3 games, the wild card teams, if you will, Syracuse and Rochester in the East, the winner to face Baltimore. Milwaukee and Chicago in the Central, the winner to play Missouri. And in the Southern, it'll be Dallas against Texas. Dallas had a great year this year against Monterey. And then Ontario and Vegas will square off for the right to meet San Diego. Missouri 19-0 in the year. They have a chance to be the 3rd team in indoor soccer to go in undefeated. It was San Diego a couple years ago and Chicago last year. Both of those teams, by the way, ended up winning the championships. So if that's a harbinger of things to come, good news for Missouri. It is Harrisburg in the purple uniforms and the Blast in the pink uniforms tonight. The Heat will start it off with Tyler Whitmer in the midfield circle. And it'll be Tim Mell in goal for Harrisburg. Blast have beaten the Heat 2 of 2 so far this year. There's the kickback, pardon me, to Mel. Mel dumps it into the corner, and we are underway here at the Royal Farms Arena. The number's a little harder to read tonight, Paul, for the Blast.
You have to call by player, not by number,
That's
Gary.
right. Body type and build.
This is going to test your ability to know to your vision and see which guy is which.
I don't have a lot of confidence in that, unfortunately. Had more confidence when I was 23. But that was quite a while ago. Kick-in Blast now. Healy for Baltimore. Pat Healy, 193 blocks in his Blast career. And he leads the league with 51 on the season. That's a career high. 8 in a game against Vegas. That's a career high. Here's Roque, picked up along the boards by Val Teixeira. Harrisburg trying to win a ball in the midfield. Ferdinand cuts over for the Blast. Max last night for Baltimore with 2 assists in the game from his midfield position. Almost, you know, with the crowd the way it is tonight, it almost seems like just a glorified practice.
Yeah,
You can hear the players talk, everything.
Look, yeah, not much noise. Tough to generate energy, sometimes as a player when it's like this.
Blast will have to do it on their own. Here's Donatelli off the boards on a feed for Ruggles. That one just high. Ball is still in play. Roque now with the left, off of Ruggles. Ruggles may have taken that one in the hand inadvertently. Rebound comes out to Diesel, and the Blast now fighting for possession in the corner. Teixeira and Donatelli. Teixeira tries to kick it with a back heel to his teammate Whitmer, and cutting it off was the Diesel. So the Blast in control again. Ruggles and Zuniga on the field at the same time. That's going to test my vision.
Yeah, it's the all-hair team.
Right.
Have we decided which player has the better hair?
Well, I got to give it to Zuniga only because I've seen him more.
That's your thing?
Well, I'm just a little bit more familiar with it, but yeah, it's a tough call.
I think that Ruggles does a little more work on his hair.
You think?
Yeah.
You mean like styling it or whatever?
I mean, he's got the dreads, right?
He does have the dreads, right? All right. Well, you may have a point there. Let me think about it a little.
Okay. Look at this.
That's just wide of the net.
It was almost assist number 3 for Phil Saunders, as that was a great distribution pass out for Jamie Darville.
Darville getting early action tonight, seeing action in only his 3rd game of the year tonight. As the Blast resting some guys. And injury, and just, you know, back-to-back games. Neto not in the lineup. Lucio hadn't been in the lineup for a while, should be available for the playoffs. And there's Healy with a left, and it'll be a goal kick coming up for Mel.
Well, J.J. Gibson also in the lineup.
Haven't seen him in a while. And an injury. Here's Jonathan Mello now for the Blast. Wow.
Yeah, you like that picture?
Where's that?
That was somewhere in Baltimore today.
That's a fire in the snow?
Yeah.
Is that a car on fire?
Car fire.
Wow.
Barbecue.
Oh, man.
I'm telling you, man, it was a total show out there. You know, shout out to all the fans that are in attendance tonight for getting here to the game.
Yeah.
Oh,
hey,
that's just wide.
Which reminded me, one of the guys on the crew asked me to give a shout out to a friend of mine, actually, who's watching in California from Baltimore, Jeff, who lives in Thousand Oaks with his lovely bride, Monica. Monica, they actually met in California, and he brought Monica to a game here last year in Baltimore, and saw Jeff again and met Monica for the first time. And apparently they're watching tonight in Thousand Oaks, California. Jeff, I hope you're watching right now, and I'm sure your weather's a lot better than ours. Miss you, and hope you come back to Baltimore sometime soon. And this one over the glass by Mel. It'll be a kick in for the Blast. 11:09 left to go in the first. No score here between the Blast and the Heat.
All right, we'll be on our P's and Q's tonight because I'm sure there's a lot of fans watching tonight.
That's right. Couldn't make it here.
Couldn't make it to the game.
Instead, they'll turn it online. No doubt about it. Headed away in the midfield for the Heat by Terrell. It'll be a kick in for the Blast.
Oh, look at this. Omuka.
Obasi.
Oh, I'm sorry, Obasi, yeah.
Inside for Ferdinand, broken up by the Heat. Zachary Sell was there for Harrisburg.
Oh,
And
good
a
shot
wicked
there.
left foot shot
Tell you
taken
what,
by Teixeira.
Harrisburg really getting some good chances early in this game. Oh, here's a breakdown, though.
Roque with the left. If he can punch it through on the back post. And Donatelli took it right in the side on the back post. And he is walking back up the field very slowly.
Danny Kelly stressed that before the game. Get it to the back post. Donatelli did it that time. It just couldn't connect him and Roque.
Teixeira now in the midfield for Harrisburg. Mel now past his yellow line. Roque will with some token pressure for Baltimore. Again, if you've watched Blast Soccer, you know that their hallmark is defense and pressure. The forwards press inside the yellow line, and everybody presses all over the field. And this team is not built on offense. I mean, they can score, don't get me wrong, and they equalize it around the lineup. That's the way they want it, but they are committed to getting back. And that's one of the reasons, not that William Henzella isn't a great goalkeeper in and of his own, but that's one of the reasons why he's faced one of the least numbers of shots in the league and has the highest save percentage in the league.
Foul here on Harrisburg.
Fultz gets the foul. 9:26 left in the first, no score. Slow start for the Blast here. They had the one good chance on the Roque breakaway. Back post for Donatelli, just missed. And here's Obasi now on the far side. Anu Obasi, great addition to the Blast. Had 3 points last night, a goal and 2 assists. Here's Zuniga with a left foot, and that's off of Harrisburg. Kerstetter takes it in the back, and this will be a corner kick for Baltimore.
Restart opportunity here for the Blast.
Scored on one last night.
Yep. Roque went right into the box, and nobody marked him, and it was an easy finish for Lucas.
Well, he's not on the floor right now. There's Healy trying to finish. Again, blocked out in front by Kerstetter. Headed towards the top of the arc by Healy. Kerstetter sends it back towards Saunders at his yellow line, and Ruggles will be there for Baltimore. Midfield, Diesel trying to win it.
Good takeaway by the Heat.
Whitmer for Harrisburg. Now here's a run down the side. Ruggles right with him. Out to Shera. Zuniga back for some defense along with the Diesel. Patrick Thompson trying to slip through. There's a shot.
Nice job.
A left-footed finish for the Heat. And they go on top 2-0 in the game.
Chris Hall, top of the box, drills one past Phil Saunders, and the Heat take the lead.
And what do you think Danny Kelly's thinking about right now?
He's thinking his team needs to play better right now. That's a good workmanlike effort by Harrisburg there in the offensive end. They win a couple of battles, get to loose balls, and then Hall with a good finish top of the box.
So 2-0 is the score. Hall for Harrisburg with the goal. And that is his 14th in 18 games. 18 points. Time of the goal, 6:40. Blast uncharacteristically trail at home. Well, how many minutes do you think the Blast have trailed at home this year?
Very few. Well, let's go back and think about it. Probably the most would have been either the Syracuse game, the first game of the season, or I guess there was 2 or 3 quarters against Milwaukee, right?
Yeah, that was a tight game.
I mean, the Blast never took the lead in that game till what? Like late third, early fourth quarter.
Right, and then the second game was pretty much the Blast. We'll take a timeout here. 7:54 left in the first. Heat 2, Blast nothing. Back for more right after this. Gary Stein, Paul Mittermeier back with you here at the Royal Farms Arena with 7:54 left to play in the first half. Harrisburg on top of the Blast, 2-0 on a goal from Chris Hall at the 6:40 mark of the first. Blast in the pink uniforms tonight, Cancer Awareness Night, and the Heat in the purple. Teixeira will kick it in for Harrisburg right in front of us, and here we go. Boots it with the left, up ahead. Healy on the defense.
Good outlet here, maybe a chance for the Blast. Great ball up ahead, 2-on-1 if they hurry.
Lucas in the corner. See what he does. Turns away from the goal rather than bang it off the boards.
Blast, I thought, could do more with that opportunity. Oh, nice
Here's a
mark here.
chance now. Top of the box. And it was Pereira who had a chance. Roque with good footwork.
Oh.
Nice save by Mel.
How about that move by Lucas Roque as he faked one way, came back the other, and Mel had to be strong there.
Mel was equal to the task. Here's Lucas again now wide open, and again Mel. This time anticipates beautifully and steers it to the side. Here they come on the counter.
Actually, nice job. He anticipated well, cut the angle down, got it off the boards, and that led to a breakout for Harrisburg.
So the Heat having better of the play a bit early on. Blasto have had a few chances. Ruggles will leave it back for Ferdinand. Blast dispersed quickly, making a couple of changes here. Darville back on the floor for Baltimore. Darville playing target man tonight. Here's a chance now, 2-on-1. Back post. Darville's there. And we're tied at 2. What a pass from the midfield onto the foot of Donatelli, and Darville converts.
Oh, Danny Kelly preached back post, and that time they do connect. This time Donatelli on the giving end, and then it's Jamie Darville, his first goal of the season for the Blast, on the back post, gives it ties the game at 2.
Time of the goal, 8:25. We are tied at 2.
That's a
Darville, as you
replay
say,
right there. Check out this. That's a great ball right there.
from Max.
And then great finish inside. Easy goal there for the Blast.
For Donatelli, that's an assist, his 16th of the year, 30th point. And over the weekend now, Donatelli with 3 assists and 2 goals. Time of the goal, 6:40. We're tied at 2. And that after the Blast had a couple of good chances. Roque on a pass to Donatelli, back post, couldn't convert. Roque himself on a nice spin move inside the lane, inside the box. And Darville, or I should say Mel, was equal to the task. And now the Blast will pressure here and put
play.
Mel in danger, yeah.
Oh, tough break there for Harrisburg as the ball goes out of play.
It'll be a kick in for Baltimore at their own yellow line. 5:51 left to play. Hey, Blast fans, show your pride for the team you love. Visit our merchandise stands on the stage and around the arena to pick up Baltimore Blast championship gear as well as other great items to show off just how great of a fan you are. The Holiday Inn Inner Harbor is the official hotel of the Baltimore Blast. Call for a special discounted Blast rate all season long. Visit us at the Holiday Inn Inner Harbor's Eden West for dinner or drinks before or after any Blast game. Greenwood Towing is an established leader in the private property trespass towing in the Mid-Atlantic region. They have the staff, the equipment to respond quickly to your phone call, and they've been doing it since 1925. And finally, Advanced Radiology, proud to be the official medical imaging provider of the Blast. When you need fast, accurate results and a team of experts at Advanced Radiology, give them a call or check them out online, advancedradiology.com, for a location near you. Healy now in the midfield for Baltimore. Less than 5 minutes to go in the first. Blast and Heat tied at 2.
See kind of the Blast offense a little out of sync. Some guys not used to working with each other.
There's J.J. Gibson for the Blast. Haven't seen him in a while at the target. Blast have Darville and Gibson in the rotation tonight. No Neto. And no Lucio, no Adriano De Santos tonight, although he was eligible to come back tonight, but he's hurt. He had a 2-game suspension, one for a red card and one for accumulation of points on penalties.
Gibson couldn't snare that one around the turn, so Harrisburg had it for a second.
Here's Zuniga for the Blast. Had a goal last night. Now Ruggles.
And Harrisburg just packing it in the zone. A little token pressure up top, but just basically 3 guys up top, 2 in the back, and everybody covering an area.
Gibson now in the target position, broken up by Kerstetter, who's been active for Harrisburg tonight. Push in the back from Ruggles. That'll be a free kick for the Heat. Blast fans, Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield, committed to the health of our community and especially the health of our children. That's why Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield is proud to sponsor Saves for Kids with the Blast. For every save made by a Blast goalie this season, Care First will donate $20 to the Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Chesapeake. Need an apartment? Contact Henderson Webb, your hometown property management company with over 10,000 apartments in Baltimore, Anne Arundel, and Howard counties, as well as Baltimore City. Check them out online at aptrent.com. That's aptrent.com. Finally, if you're looking to refinance or buy a home, call Fremont Mortgage Funding. Your loan is handled here in Baltimore, not out of state. Don't make a 30-year mistake by choosing the wrong lender. Fremont Mortgage Funding is proud to back the Blast. That's why Fremont is on the uniform back of the Blast. And when you're ready to buy or refinance your home, Fremont's ready to back you too. Call 800-955-8508 for a free analysis. Don't make a 30-year mistake. 1-800-855-0855.
Interesting formation defensively for Harrisburg. Nobody's really marking the Blast forward behind the play next to the keeper, and Blast are having trouble finding him.
There's Pereira. He scores.
No trouble finding the upper 90 on that play, though, huh?
That was a rocket with the right foot. Blast lead it 4-2. Juan Pereira with his 3rd goal in 10 games.
Juan just cut it back to the middle, set himself up, and just curled it right into that upper 90 to give the Blast the lead.
Time of the goal, 12:10 of the first Blast lead tonight. And there's a look at Juan Pereira, and here's a look at the replay.
Check this out. It's just a rocket. Nothing Mel could do about that. As once Pereira was able to cut it back to the middle and had some room, able to find that upper 90.
Yep. Ferdinand gets the assist. And a timeout on the field. We'll keep it here, actually get caught up a couple on our reads. Most energy drinks have warning labels that contain harmful side effects. Approved by the Heart Health Association, Youth Infusion delivers a blend of 35 vitamins, minerals, and other key nutrients, providing a burst of energy naturally without stimulants, caffeine, or sugar. Infuse your vitamins and get your Youth Infusion today at the merchandise stands while supplies last. Mix with a bottle of water and enjoy all life has to offer today. Tonight's music provided by Music Masters, proud partner of your Baltimore Blast. Music Masters, exceptional DJs for wedding, corporate, and social events. Visit musicmastersmaryland.com today. For 50 years, Rosedale Roofing has proudly served the Baltimore region, making a big impact in our community. Honesty and service is what you can expect every time with Rosedale Roofing. Visit us online at rosedaleroofing.com today. The official uniform provider of the Baltimore Blast is Top Tier and your source for the latest in team gear and apparel. Visit us online at toptiergear.com to learn how TTG can provide your team their own custom look, just like we did for your Baltimore Blast. And get your scores, stats, news, and more exclusively on MASL.com.
Now, Harrisburg will start things from their own end, and Mel comes way out of the goal, imitating William Van Zella there as he comes out and gets it all the way down to the blast end.
And now in the blast end, Harrisburg trying to make a play. And instead, it's Roque for the Blast, leading the break. Coming up on 2:20 left in the first. After trailing by 2 early by a goal, the Blast have now come back with 2 consecutive goals inside 4 minutes. Now Healy lifts one almost into the back of the net at a severe angle.
Oh, Roque was open, back post, but Pat tried to thread the needle there and put it home. He almost did.
Sent back in quickly by Teixeira. Closing was Patrick Crawford, but Saunders was there to make the play for the Blast. Up ahead now for Donatelli. Good ball. This is Darville, leaves it nicely. Nice one-touch. Oh, it couldn't convert on the back end. That's Pereira.
Boy.
That was nice work, though,
Mel
in the
was
middle.
out of position there. And there's a goal.
Anyways, Darville puts it into the back of the net. Right in front of Craig Tyrell. Blast don't give up, and they get rewarded with a score. And all of a sudden, it's a 2-goal night for Jamie Darville.
That's just a hard work goal right there. They didn't get the first time, but they kept at it and kept the pressure on and eventually got the steal and got the finish for the goal.
Time of the goal, 13:31. Let's take a look.
See here, this is the back end. They didn't get the first try, but then the ball kept alive off the boards, and then Darville cuts it back near side. Had a lot of room and a lot of net to shoot at, and he got it done.
Good short side. Mello gets the assist for Baltimore. So Mello last night had a goal and an assist. Tonight another assist. 15 points in 17 games. Blast lead at 6-2. Coming up on the 1-minute mark here in the third. Here comes Darville again. Gonna try to make a run with the left, and he's cut off by Tyrell.
A great hustle by Teixeira to get back defensively.
Wow. Here's Ruggles now for Baltimore. Ruggles towards the goal with the left, and that one.
I saw him in pregame. He actually beat Phil Saunders a couple times from that distance.
Well, he had 2 last night that just missed from way out there. It's a nice little weapon.
That was about, what, 6 inches?
Right. It's a nice little weapon this time of year. It's a nice little weapon any time of year. Here's Zuniga now. We'll send it back to Ferdinand. Zuniga now looking towards the goal. That one just high and wide. With 25 seconds left, Blast still maintain possession as the Diesel collects it for Baltimore. Ruggles now.
Blast really in no hurry here. They'll take the rest of the time if they have to.
Pass intended for Diesel was cut off by Whitmer. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that should do it here in the first. And the Blast, after trailing early 2-0, come back with 3 consecutive goals to take a 6-2 lead. We'll tell you more about it after the break. Blast 6, Heat 2. Back for more right after this.
We were there for you when you fell from the treehouse. We were there for the swimmer's ear. And the time you caught a kickball with your nose. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield was there for you then. And we're here for you now. Whenever you need to choose a health plan, count on the network of doctors, the local service, and the strength you already know so well. Choose Care First.
Baseball and my family seem to go hand in hand, seem natural. Seems to be built into everything I do. I'm hardwired into MedStar Sports Medicine the same way. I pick up the phone, I call them, I go. They're the sports medicine experts. I trust them.
Ferdinand and Mello on the assists, and the Blast in control.
Yeah, sluggish start for the Blast, but as the quarter went on, they really started to get their feet underneath of them, and I guess Donatelli got that all started, right? And off the assist, and then Blast just went from there. The Blast outworked Harrisburg that second half of the quarter, and it showed up on the scoreboard as they lead at 6-2.
Now, you made an interesting point. You know, the Blast playing with some guys tonight that really haven't seen a lot of action. You know, Darville's only playing in his third game tonight. He's got 2 goals. Gibson hasn't played in, what, 2 months?
And it shows a little bit in the chemistry, but you know, Blast have been able to overcome it. Let's face it, the Pereira goal is just great athletic effort. It's just the overcoming and getting the job done.
Play inside the box. Harrisburg breaks it up momentarily. Blast still pressuring with Ferdinand and Roque. And Mel gets it off.
And Jamie Darville has played well tonight. Give him a chance, and he comes in and makes some big plays.
Healy breaks up a ball intended for Fultz at the Blast yellow line. And also keep in mind, Phil Saunders in goal tonight for the Blast. Has 1 start, 1 win, 2 assists, and it all came against Harrisburg. Obasi, very patient, good give and go. Back to Anawa Obasi. Okay, the Blast come now 3-on-3 inside the box. Nice move with the right. Shot is blocked towards the boards. Obasi going to try to maintain possession for the Blast.
And he does. That was a great give and go that time. But the Harrisburg did a nice job defensively to get back and block a shot.
Obasi in his first season with Baltimore has made a big difference. Nice 2-way player for the Blast. And now the Diesel will send it back to his keeper, Phil Saunders, tonight, the UMBC alum. Here's a catch and shoot, as it were. Yep.
Good ball off the boards by Darville.
Very active tonight. Mel coming to the corner of the box, kind of slaps it away from a charging Mello. Mello now in the corner. That'll be a foul on the Blast. Free kick for the Heat with 13:18 left in the half. So the Heat 1-16. They've gone through a lot of players under Tariq Walker this year. You know, you go on to onto the stats at pointstreak.com, and they list all the active players and then all the inactive players. And the inactive player list is almost as big as the active player list. And you look at the Blast inactive player list, and there's 1 guy on it. Forbes. That kind of shows you the difference right there.
You know, and the Blast late in the season signed Edwin Cubillo, and he hasn't played yet because he's been injured.
That is true. Back to Ruggles. Ruggles seeing a lot more action for the Blast of late. Here's Donatelli now with some green up ahead. Ferdinand from Ruggles. Blast making a couple changes here. Zuniga now on the floor. This is typical Blast. They love possession. The reasoning is simple. If you have the ball, the other team doesn't, and they can't score.
That's usually the plan.
And Ferdinand or I should say Gibson getting involved there. That almost turned out bad for Harrisburg. Now Ferdinand puts a shot on the left, that one wide, and Zuniga for the Blast.
And after all that, who has possession?
And And on the other end, when the Blast is defending, the reason why they pressure, that one almost into the back of the net.
Well, that has to be he didn't play that back to his keeper? Wow. I guess they say he redirected it.
Here's Mel. Up ahead, intended for Chris Hall, the goal scorer, and it's headed away by Healy. Hall trying to work between a couple of Blast defenders. Well done, finds a man. And cutting over is Mello. Good defense for the Blast. As Dave Cash couldn't really get the shot off. Now they're going to try to find Hall. And that one was fairly broken up by Mello. Another drive. Mello takes it right in the body at the yellow line.
Nice work defensively, as Harrisburg unable to get a shot off on goal.
Here comes Teixeira now for Harrisburg. Looking back post for Zach Sell, broken up by Zuniga. Blast have outscored their opponents this year by 84 goals, 134 to 50. And that's not even the best number in the league. Missouri and Monterey have a bigger goal differential this year. Ruggles, no call there. Referee says play on. As Teixeira was spilled by Ruggles, they maintain possession. Thompson has it at the yellow line for the Heat.
Well, Val's not happy about that, but I think he embellished a bit, and that's why the referee didn't make the call. Ooh.
Two coaches tonight, Tariq Walker for the Heat, Danny Kelly for the Blast, were teammates for the Blast back in the day. Danny started his career, as well as David Bascom, in Harrisburg with the Heat back in the early 90s. You know, and the old Spirit, they couldn't beat the Heat for anything back then. And those two guys, Danny Kelly and David Bascom, were a big reason why.
Right.
Good pressure here from the Blast in the midfield, trying to create a turnover. Finally, they do.
Oh, here we go.
Ping pong soccer, one touch. Pereira now over to Ruggles. Inside, nice play by the keeper, Mel, as Roque was slipping through. Now Mello's got a chance up ahead. Roque with a back heel, Mel right there. Another one now for Roque, and again Mel is there. Three great saves by Tim Mel.
Roque's a bit frustrated because he's been behind the defense a couple times, but the keeper's done a good job getting out and making it tough on Lucas.
Now here is Mello, just wide. Rebound from Roque, and that one is blocked.
Jonathan set that one up, and he just missed it wide. He had the keeper beat as he was leaning to his left and then went back near post, and keeper was beat, but he just shot it wide.
The Diesel trying to keep it alive. Over to Obasi. Now back to the Diesel. There's a drive. Well met. Saved by Mel.
And a mistake here. It'll be top of the arc for the Blast.
Blast peppering the goal of Harrisburg. Blast fans, don't forget to catch the rebroadcast of tonight's Blast game this Wednesday, 8 p.m. on the digital channel at ABC2. It's sub-channel 2.2 or Comcast 204. It's the Live Well network. Chesapeake Employers Insurance helps keep workplaces safe because at the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return. Connect with your local agent or visit us online. Healy now with the three-man wall. Cuts it to Zuniga, blocked by the wall as they slide over. And they'll play it back to the keeper, Saunders. Slancha, Irish pub and restaurant where soccer is religion. Available for catering and serving traditional Irish fare and an eclectic gourmet menu of breakfast, lunch, and dinner 7 days a week. Catch all televised soccer matches, 10% off on game day with your Baltimore Blast ticket. That's slanchapub.com, spelled S-L-A-I-N-T-E, pub, slanchapub.com.
Oh, great
nice work
second
by Roque
effort.
again.
Yeah, great second effort by Roque. Deflected over the boards. It'll be a corner kick for the Blast.
ABC2 is a proud supporter of the Blast. For the latest Baltimore area news and Maryland's most accurate forecast, which is important tonight, watch ABC2, the station that works for you. Download their app right now. Just search for WMAR in your app store. And finally, Pizza Boli's, the official pizza of the Baltimore Blast, now baking fresh, never frozen pizzas in 70 locations in the Delmarva area. The rebound comes out to Donatelli, and that one blocked out in front. And a timeout on the field. We'll take one, too. Blast with a lot of chances. The Heat with a lot of blocks inside the box. The score, Blast 6, Heat 2. Back for more right after this.
Soccer requires a lot of energy. Even though if you're not a professional athlete, your body needs proper nutrition to function.
So that's why many Blast players enjoy the great taste of Youth Infusion to increase their stamina naturally, without caffeine or stimulants. It works for us, it can work for you.
I created Youth Infusion to provide a natural blast of energy infused with vitamins, electrolytes, and amino acids. No more pills, caffeine, or artificial ingredients. Enjoy all life has to offer.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company, formerly IWIF. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our mission and passion for nearly 100 years, and will be for 100 more. We help protect Maryland workers because
at the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Back at you here from the Royal Farms Arena with 7:55 remaining in the half. Blast lead the Heat 6-2 on 3 straight goals in the first quarter. Hall had scored for Harrisburg first, and then it was Darville, Pereira, and Darville for the second time, giving the Blast a 6-2 lead. Blast now with a corner kick. Good last 3 minutes for the Blast. A lot of pressure on the goalkeeper, but nothing to show for it just yet.
Well, Mel's made a couple of real nice saves on Lucas Roque. And with the Blast, they have really taken it to the Heat here in the first half of the second quarter.
Healy approaches and sends it off to Donatelli. That one blocked again. Another corner kick coming up.
Nobody up in that section tonight.
No, the attendant has to go up there and grab it. Doesn't look like she's too motivated. Nice toss. 7:52 now left. Healy again will approach. This time it's Donatelli coming free, and that one is high and wide. Ball squirts out towards Mel, the goalkeeper.
Mel was a little hesitant there. He almost lost the handle. Oh, now a bad play.
Nice cut by Ferdinand twice, finding a man. Oh, back to Max.
Way too many passes that time. Can't believe Max didn't shoot that.
Now Obasi in the midfield. Going to take on his man. First to the left, then to the right. And that one is just wide. That beat everybody. Still the ball in play. Here's Donatelli through the box. And again, one more pass there.
Wow.
Feels like the whole quarter's been played in the yellow line.
What a move that time by Obasi, huh? Set it up. He knew exactly where he wanted to get to and set everything up so he could, and they just shot it wide.
Kerstetter now for Harrisburg will play it back to the keeper. Intended for Thompson up ahead, but defended by the Blast. Mello right there. Here they come. This is Hall. Blast, though, taking it away. Darville active on the defensive end.
Now, last night, Obasi was the best player on the floor. I think tonight you could argue that so far, Darville's been the best player on the floor.
Another long ball up ahead. This is for Gibson now. Darville with 2 goals tonight, his first 2 of the year. Mello on the return. That one blocked out in front. Rebound comes out to the Heat. And this one will go up. Nope, still stays in play.
There you go. Stayed in play.
Trying to break through is Thompson. Zuniga right with him. To Shera now, wearing the captain's bars. Chips one up ahead for Hall. Gibson and Diesel double down. Hall, nice play off the boards in the box. Ruggles kicks it away. It's well done by Chris Hall. Mello now for the Blast. Over to Ruggles, play it back to the keeper, Saunders. No William Vanzella tonight.
Oh, look at this ball. Great pass for Roque.
That should do it.
Oh,
no, back line.
Great defense that time by Harrisburg.
Another chance for Lucas.
And that's been the spot that's been vulnerable for Harrisburg. Behind the defense, in front of the keeper, Harrisburg has struggled marking guys there.
Ruggles gets in front of Fultz. Heads that ball towards midfield. And now Kerstetter for Harrisburg. Broken up by the Diesel, intended for Hall. Saunders back to the Diesel. They'll pressure now. Nice move by Mike. He'll take it himself. A lot of room. Good hustle by Roque to try to keep that one alive for the Blast. 4:30 now left in the half. Blast lead at 6-2. Mel up ahead. There's a chance for them. Fultz fans on the shot. Rebound is wide.
Nice job of clearing by the Blast defenders. Actually went through Saunders with a little pace on it. And Phil was able to handle that.
Hey, here's something for you tonight. You know who couldn't make it in tonight? The cheerleaders.
Oh, there's some here.
Where?
They're down. They're around here somewhere. There was about 7 or 8 of them here.
Okay. God bless them.
I was all over that. I saw that, Gary. They were there. They were there for the intros and the Parade of Champions.
All right. Just don't see them now. Usually they kind of congregate down here on the near side. What's a game without the cheerleaders? Hey, if a game's played without the cheerleaders, was it really played?
I don't know.
It's a philosophical question.
Probably not.
Obasi. Up top now, a blast, and that one is saved by Mel. Shot taken by Healy.
Whoa, here comes Mel.
Being a little aggressive. There's aggressive play. There's a push in the back. Free kick Blast upcoming. Last guy never got up, though. Wait a minute.
Yeah, I think is that
there
Healy?
We go. Healy, yep.
Yeah.
It was Healy for the Blast and Crawford for the Heat. Both getting up slowly. Free kick Blast, here they come now. This is Darville again for Baltimore. 3:10 left to go. Quick ball intended for Donatelli, broken up by Crawford. Blast now pressuring with Donatelli. Max Ferdinand coming in, trying to take it away. And he does.
Nice work. As Ferdinand cut the boards off on Crawford and made the steal.
Sell tries to
great
kick
pass.
it away. And again, very active defense for Harrisburg, blocking that shot from Darville. Healy trying to strip it away. In case you missed the open, the Blast have announced that anybody that held a ticket for tonight's game that was not able to make it because of weather, it's been snowing all day in Baltimore, will be entitled to a free ticket to the Blast playoff game against the winner of the Syracuse-Rochester series. It'll be played at the arena on the 11th of March. Game time 7:35 on the 11th of March. That's a Wednesday night. That'll be for the Eastern Division Final. And if the Blast advance past that, back post, Gibson over the glass.
Great distribution by Saunders to start that 2-on-1. And Gibson couldn't quite finish on the back end.
And just to finish the thought, if the Blast advance past the East Division Final, they'll take on the winner of the Central. And it has not been announced yet. It's not official. But the Blast are looking at the 13th as the night, Friday night. That'll be Friday the 13th at night against the winner of the Central Division with the right to go to the MASL Final. Teixeira will commit the foul. And going down for Baltimore was Mello. 1:39 left. It's a push on Teixeira.
Almost a full 15-minute quarter without any scoring. Oh, there's the three. Wow.
Ruggles finally got one. That's like the 4th one he's tried in the last 2 games. And they've all been well meant, and he finally gets it.
And that's a worm burner right there, as there's no question on whether it was going to be high or not. He let it on the ground, and I don't think Mel ever saw it. He was screened, and Ruggles picks that far side and scores 3-pointer, makes it a 9-2 Blast lead.
Time of the goal, 13:27, and it literally comes 10 seconds after you just said.
Look at this. Just said there was no scoring, and then Ruggles just unloads one from behind the yellow line, and it just beats everybody. Nobody, I think, expected him to shoot it. and puts it into the corner.
First goal of the year for Drew Ruggles in his 8th game. It'll be a three-pointer on the board, but it'll count 1 in the standings. And Pat Healy gets the assist. And here's the story on Pat Healy, Paul. From the back, in a season where Healy leads the league in blocks, that's the 15th consecutive game that Pat has scored in, and that is a personal career best for Pat Healy.
Two-way players, how valuable are they? And that's what Pat Healy's been for the Blast, no question about it.
In the 15 games, 6 goals, 15 assists, 21 points for Healy in his last 15. And for Healy now in the year, he's got 22 in 18 games. And here they come again.
3-on-2 if they hurry. Lucas got the ball just a bit too far out in front of him.
Held in by Obasi, though, in the midfield. Now Ferdinand on the near side with 45 seconds remaining in the half. Blast ahead 9-2. Max trying to move by Teixeira. Foul called on Teixeira.
Clock's still running. Okay. Quick restart.
One touch. Mel kicks it away. Shot taken by Roque. That's probably the 6th time that Mel has denied him. Now the Blast double down on the ball. They were trying to hit that player who was coming off for Harrisburg. And
you should have at least played the ball.
Yeah.
There was no change yet.
Here's Zuniga.
Oh,
wow.
Another 3. Another screen and another Blast three-point goal.
12-2 Blast. Zuniga literally with a blast. Goal number 12, point number 17. Time of the goal now is, wow.
Welcome back to the Royal Farms Arena. We're at halftime here. Paul Mittermeier along with Gary Stein as the Blast lead the Harrisburg Heat by a score of 12-2 after that first half of play. The Blast really got it done. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. Harrisburg scored first. The Blast come right back, though. Tony Donatelli, nice feed to the back post. And Jamie Darville scores the goal. And then just moments later, great cut by Pereira to the middle, and then he puts it upper 90. They have the Blast a 4-2 lead. Jamie Darville would continue his big night. Some good work here in the offensive end. Darville is the beneficiary as he puts it near post to make it a 6-2 Blast lead at the half. 13 and a half minutes without a goal in the second quarter before the Blast unleashed a couple of three-pointers. Look at this one from Drew Ruggles way past the yellow line as he sends a worm burner past Mel, the keeper, to make it a 9-2 Blast lead. And then right after that, just seconds later, it's Diego Zuniga. He rips one. Roque the screen, he ducks. The ball goes into the back of the net. All adds up to a 12-2 halftime lead for the Blast. Your Fremont Mortgage highlights here at halftime as we get set to go. Blast back at their bench in the pink uniforms. Harrisburg is very late getting onto the field. They're still not out of the locker room, and we have come to the end of halftime. So here they come finally out of the locker room. First half highlights, of course, brought to you by Fremont Mortgage, a proud sponsor of the Baltimore Blast. Blast Soccer also brought to you by Top Tier, the official uniform provider of the Baltimore Blast, your source for the latest in-team gear and apparel. Visit us at toptiergear.com to learn how TTG can provide your team their own custom look, just like we did for your Baltimore Blast. Also brought to you by Urban Pirates, Baltimore's only pirate ship adventure. From Fells Point, learn how to blast the water cannons, hunt for treasure, and become a real urban pirate. Available for field trips, birthday parties, or just a family fun day aboard the pirate ship Fearless. Adult bring your own grog cruises available as well. You can visit them at urbanpirates.com to book your tickets. All right, two teams back out on the field. See if Harrisburg can get back into this game in the second half. How about Phil Saunders? He's played pretty solid in goal for the Blast. Gave up that early goal. but since then has settled down, has played pretty well, made some saves, also done a good job distributing. Just missed out on an assist. Made a nice outlet pass to Jamie Darville, set up a chance for the Blast. But all Blast in that last minute and a half of the second quarter to build and turn a 6-2 game into 12-2 and really put Harrisburg in danger of losing contact as we start here in the second half. Harrisburg coach Tariq Walker out of the locker room. They shut the glass, and we're about ready to start here. Again, if you're just joining us, Blast announced March 11th, their first home playoff game this year. Anyone who could not make it to the game tonight and holds a ticket for tonight's game automatically has a free ticket to the March 11th playoff game. It's a Wednesday night here at the arena. Play underway. Ball goes over the head of Lucas Roque. Distribution from Saunders. Mel kicks it out of play. It'll be a restart at the top of the arc. Kudos to the fans that did come out tonight. And I want to announce happy birthday tonight. Christine Friedel with a birthday tonight. She's here. She had a bunch of people coming tonight. I'm not sure if they all made it out, but she is here and representing the fans as she watches the Blast play here tonight in a very snowy Baltimore. Off the restart, Roque now back for Donatelli. Good cut by Tony. Still has it. Now kicks it. Big save as Mel parries it over the glass. Donatelli with a drive there that was well meant. And it'll be a kick in for the Blast. Corner kick. Max Ferdinand will come over to preside on the corner. Harrisburg aligns the defense. Max, outlet for Donatelli. Touch for Zuniga. And Diego. Nice move down the boards. Shot, and oh, off the inside of the post. I'm not even sure how did that not go in? Thought for sure that had beaten Mel. Here's Teixeira down the other way. That's blocked away. Nice block by Donatelli for the Blast. Ferdinand now has it stripped away. Good defense there by Hall. And Harrisburg will reset through their keeper, Timothy Mel. Blast got a good look that time off that restart. Harrisburg now with some offensive pressure. Crossfield pass for Whitmer. That ball knocked away by Ferdinand. Good battle here from Max. Finally won by Harrisburg, and Kerstetter will set it up. Now back for Mel. Timothy Mel way off his line here. Good ball into the corner. Shot, that's wide. Easy run down here for Donatelli. He's got some time and space. Ball hits off the referee. Kerstetter with some pressure. Knocked away. Good D there by Zuniga. They'll call the foul, though. Is that time? Zuniga picks up the foul. Free kick for the Heat. Let's see. Cash and Kerstetter preside. It's two-man wall for the Blast. Just outside the three-point arc. Drive off the bottom of the post. Rebound. That's kicked away by Saunders. Good chance there. That was a three for the Heat, but it hit up inside the up and under the bar. Outlet here for Roque is kicked away, and ball comes back for Mel. The Blast will change. Errant pass there by Mel, but works out for Harrisburg, and they'll control. Good pressure on Mel. He'll turn it over here. Headed into the zone and a goal. Pereira this time for the Blast. 2:17 in. And Pereira gets the goal on the assist from, I believe Pat Healy will get that assist. And it's 14-2 Blast. Well, I didn't think much was going to happen with that one because Healy played it in and the Harrisburg got a foot on it, but not a good enough foot for Pereira to take over, and Pereira puts it into the back of the net. And it's a 12-point Blast lead. Let's take a look at the replay here. MedStar Sports replay right to Pereira, and he's able to put it into the back of the net for the goal. Good ball here for Crawford up into the offensive end. He goes down to the floor, and a foul called here on Ruggles. Healy does get the assist for the Blast. Second assist of the night for Pat. Crawford can't handle in the box. Blast clear down into the Harrisburg end. Mel for Teixeira. Now good pressure here. Blast can't quite take it away, and foul will be called here on the Blast. Pereira picks up the foul. Harrisburg ball. Three minutes gone here, third quarter.
Hey, I'm back.
Hey, Gary. How you doing?
Good. How you doing?
I'm good.
Thanks for the cover.
Hey, anytime.
No worries. So, and while I was gone, you helped him score a goal.
Pat Healy with the header. I don't know how much I had involved, but
you called it.
Yeah.
14-2 Blast. Did you miss me?
Yes.
Did you do the highlights?
Yes, I did.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So broadcast didn't miss a beat.
Well, we won't go that far, but.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to Andrew Primrose, not here tonight, watching at home with his lovely family. And nice and warm, hopefully. Andrew, the crack producer of this broadcast. Here's Ruggles for the Blast. Mel still in goal for Harrisburg. Saunders, of course, for Baltimore.
Oh, good
Teixeira,
ball.
that's a good ball, yep. I mean, they just got to find players. You know, we were talking to Tariq about it in the before the game, and they got. He says, I mean, we got a lot of work to do, but there's some talent there. They just got to find players. Easier said than done.
Well, that's true. I mean, it all starts. You can be greatest coach in the world, but you need guys that can play.
Gibson pulled down by Thompson. That'll be a free kick for Baltimore. The Heat didn't even have soccer. Harrisburg didn't have soccer for a long time. It's probably a 10 or 12-year hiatus before the team came back into existence. Used to be one of the top teams in the old NPSL. They were always a playoff contender, always made the playoffs, never did win the championship. They played, I think it was St. Louis they played one year. Maybe it was Cleveland, I forget. For the championship, they were beaten. I think it was St. Louis. Joe Reiniger was on that team. Obasi now for the Blast. Nice move off the boards.
Oh. Donatelli couldn't get a foot on that.
Yeah, he gets a spill to the floor. They tried to find, had a breakaway with Whitmer.
Great play. Great cut by Diesel. A great play to cut that off. Not once, but twice.
His pass intended for Ferdinand behind Max, and it's picked off by the Heat.
And they turn it right back over.
Zuniga right in the middle of that. Here's the Diesel now leading it. Tried to thread one through, intended for Zuniga, and it's broken up.
I think they're going to call a handball.
By Cash.
Yeah, Cash with the handball. That's a good call.
Set up the Blast now with 9:35 left in the third, leading by 12. Blast beat Chicago last night, shut them out 24-0. On top here tonight, 14-2, so 38-2 weekend. And in terms of the goals, it's 19-1 over the course of the weekend. Blast have outscored their opponents by 90 this year, 141-51.
Good job by Diesel to get back defensively. Harrisburg will control. Oh, look at that play.
Roque, 3-on-2 now with Zuniga. He's got another runner, Obasi to the left. The shot wide, rebound. Roque will have to backtrack and is able to maintain possession.
That play started. Zuniga very patient there, allowed Obasi to get into it.
Here's Max again inside. That one blocked by Teixeira. And again, Zuniga. You know, it's interesting, in like the parallel to basketball, if a shot is blocked or is wide and goes off the boards, just like in basketball, you got to get the rebound.
Right.
And the Blast do a great job of that. Oh, this is a chance
mistake.
now.
Yeah.
Yep. Off the head of the defender and to the back post. And who is it? It's Pereira.
Is that a hat trick for him?
For Pereira, I believe that is a hat trick. 3 goals for Juan Pereira tonight. 5 for the career this season.
No, it's all about opportunity, Gary. And the two guys, you can see them standing together in that play there, Darville and Pereira. As you take a look at the replay, and this Saunders again in the mix there. I wonder if they'll give the assist to Saunders or not. I know it hit the head of Tyrell. Yes. Phil Saunders, number 3 of the season.
He does have a good arm.
Well, that time he came across the O-line with his foot.
Yep. And so Saunders gets the assist, his 3rd. Pereira gets the goal, his 3rd tonight. Pereira now with 9 total points in 10 games. 16-2 Blast.
Look at this
Another
play,
chance.
yeah. It's Pereira again.
He's pushed into the boards by Lenker. Ruggles wants to return. Gets it.
Look at this.
Mello
couldn't pull the trigger.
But they still maintain possession. Healy inside. Whoa, one touch from Darville. And Mel, and look at this push by Darville.
Yeah.
Yep. As he pushes Kerstetter into the boards.
And Mel was not happy with that. There's some
Darville
pushing
pushes
and
Mel.
shoving. Oh, the officials finally decided to get involved there.
Well, I'm sure he's thinking, oh, they'll hash it out.
And you can hear every fan yelling tonight.
And every player yelling. 16-2 Blast with 7:33 left in the 3rd. Healy thought that may be 3 lines, but
yeah, Pat was going to take a chance there and hopefully go over 3. It didn't. And then he made a nice play to get it back to his keeper.
Saunders sends it up ahead for Gibson. Now back to Healy, so the Blast will work from the back here. Here's Mello, seen a lot of time tonight. Good move. Mel had to make the play on Mello. Gibson, the double team comes. They take it away. Here's Wilmer.
That's a good play by Wilmer, but then he turns it back over again. Got to move the ball faster than that. You can't carry the ball for more than 2 or 3 dribbles against the Blast, or they'll just take it away from you.
Obasi back on the floor for Baltimore. Saunders over the glass and a timeout on the floor. We'll take it 2 with 6:28 remaining in the 3rd. It's all Blast. They lead the Heat 16-2.
We were there for you when you fell from the treehouse. We were there for the swimmer's ear. And the time you caught a kickball with your nose. Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield was there for you then. And we're here for you now. Whenever you need to choose a health plan, count on the network of doctors, the local service, and the strength you already know so well. Choose Care First.
Every day, all across Maryland, we help employers keep workers safe from accidents and injuries. We're Chesapeake Employers Insurance Company, formerly IWIF. At Chesapeake Employers, workers' compensation insurance and workplace safety have been our mission and passion for nearly 100 years, and will be for 100 more. We help protect Maryland workers because
at the end of every workday, someone's waiting for your safe return.
Connect with your local agent or visit us online.
Gary Stein, Paul Mittermeier back with you at the Royal Farms Arena. 16-2 Blast leading with 6:28 left to go. Blast have outscored their opponent at home 184 to 36.
So they're averaging 18 points a game. So you have to pretty much score 9 goals to beat them here.
Right. And they've only given up 36 points. So what is that, 18 goals, let's just say. Wow. 4 points a game at home. No, actually 3.6 divided by 10. Doing math is hard on the air.
I think
it's even hard like in
yeah,
regular
well, I was going
world.
to say just leave those last 3 words off of it. You're good.
Goalkeeper distribution for Saunders. Ferdinand, this is a perfect song for what he's doing right now. Slide to the left, slide to the right. And he gets free on the return pass from Obasi. Again, Blast just do a great job of just holding on to the ball. Here comes Obasi now from left to right. Zuniga has that one blocked. Good job by Whitmer. Correction, that was Kerstetter. And again, Roque off the boards in the box. Ruggles has that one blocked, maybe even by Zuniga.
That was in the back of the net. Just some legs got in the way.
Now some more opportunity for the Blast. Here's Mello. Mel had to make that play.
Nice move by Mello to the middle and got a clean shot off.
4:56 left in the third, and Blast lead by 14. Blast will close the season out next weekend, Friday, Sunday, at Harrisburg on the 27th, at Rochester on the 1st. That's a matinee, 4 p.m. And then the playoffs. Blast will rest up a bit, watch the outcome of the Syracuse-Rochester series. The Lancers have never beaten the Blast. They're 0-18 against Baltimore, including playoffs. Well, Syracuse could be tough.
Yeah, Syracuse could be tough.
They're playing well now. They're 11-7. They won 3 or 4 in a row, and a couple of big road wins last week at Chicago, at Milwaukee, and then they took care of Chicago last Friday night.
They certainly have the firepower to stay with the Blast.
And they've beaten the Blast here in Baltimore.
Yeah.
They beat them in a playoff game. Blast, if they win it tonight, will complete their first ever perfect season at home, 10-0.
That's pretty amazing, right?
2 losses in 3 years.
I mean, I think the fact that they've never gone undefeated at home is pretty amazing with how well they play here.
Well, they went 12-1 back in the 12-13 season, 9-1 last year. So the only losses were to Milwaukee and Missouri. Look at this.
Oh, great give and go.
And a severe angle, and it's Darville with the hat trick.
Sure, why not, right? Pereira and Darville, both with hat tricks tonight. That's how they drew it up, correct?
Sure, that was the pregame plan. Time of the goal, 11:06 of the third. 18-2 Blast. So Darville with 3, and that's his first 3 of the year, and it comes in game 18 of the year.
Here we go. Let's see the give and go here. Great touch. That was Donatelli, yes?
So Darville with a hat trick. Pereira with a hat trick. Donatelli gets the assist. So Tony now with 2 assists tonight. And Tony with 4 assists on the weekend and 6 points Donatelli now with 31 points on the year, 17 assists. And he's taken the lead from Healy. Healy's got 16 assists. No, Healy's got 17 because he's got 2 tonight.
Yes, sir. How about this? The Blast have scored 6 points in each quarter. 6 in the first, 6 in the second, and now 6 here in the third.
The plot thickens.
Pretty methodical.
Yep. Over the boards. Kick in Blast from their own end. 2:56 left to go.
Well, there's nobody down there. It's going to take a while to get the ball back.
That's what happens when it snows all day. The game takes longer. An unintended consequence. Very good. Well, I tell you, all in all, we gotta feel like we're pretty lucky this year in terms of the snow. We missed all those big northeast storms that pounded New England and Boston and all the great cities up there. We didn't miss this one. Look at Gibson working hard. Foul called on Tyrell.
It has to be a foul. Yeah, you can't play from
the floor.
From the floor. I'm going to start it right outside the box.
Free kick
Put it on the
blast
corner.
here.
I'll put it in the corner kick spot.
Let's see what Ferdinand does. He's got Gibson on the far post, Mello on the far side, Obasi up top. Zuniga right there. Zuniga with a drive, and that went high. Diesel.
Oh, Saunders, that one got away. Good hustle by Ferdinand. And they'll call the foul on Max with the trip. So it'll be a free kick for Harrisburg.
Last 5 seasons now since 2010-11, so we're talking 4 full seasons in this year. Blast have been to 4 championships, won 1. Their overall record 47-7. Good save by Saunders. That's a winning percentage of .870. And that's at home. They're 86-21 overall, winning percentage of .810. Goal kick for Saunders with 2:07 left to go. Ferdinand in the midfield, former Rookie of the Year back in 2010. Pat Healy was a former Rookie of the Year back in 2009. Here's Ruggles. I'm sure a couple of the Blast rookies will get honored this year. Maybe not of the year, but certainly on the all-rookie team.
I'll tell you, there's a couple guys that have been outstanding. Obasi and
Obasi's got to get something.
Dantas.
Mello's giving him some speed on the outside. Pereira can finish. Good give and go here. Speaking of Mello, cuts it in. Oh!
Good save.
Mel may, got a tip on it. Blasto still maintained possession. It's all about getting the rebound.
That's not a good play there.
Donatelli, oh, nice ball, 2-on-1. Ruggles, Roque trying to set himself up for something acrobatic.
I thought he was going to spit himself into the ground there.
Roque again, look at this ball handling. Kicks it up and over, though. It'll be a goal kick with 51.7 left to go in the third. He got a 2-0 lead, and the Blast haven't looked back since. 18 consecutive points, 9 goals, and as you mentioned, Paul, 3 apiece in each of 3 periods.
Well, 2 goals in that second quarter.
Right,
6
3-pointers.
points.
Yep.
It didn't look like the Blast were going to score at all in that second quarter. 13 and a half minutes scoreless. And they got 2 3-pointers in the last minute and a half of play.
Another hallmark of the Blast is pressure from the forwards inside the yellow line. Roque and Donatelli this time leads to a steal. Here's Mello now. Oh, and he just can't control it. Gives it up to Crawford, or correction, to Thompson.
Oh, good play by Saunders.
Yep, nice touch. Up ahead for Ruggles. Good speed in the midfield.
Maybe one last chance here for the Blast.
16 seconds to play. Here's Donatelli now. They triple down on him. Healy with some support on the outside. He's got a chance now. Somebody's got a chance. Roquet and Mel. Can he?
Oh, good save.
2 saves for Mel. Right at the horn. Nicely done by Tim Mel. 18-2, though. The Blast lead it after 3. We'll take a timeout, come back for the final 15 right after this.
Baseball and my family seem to go hand in hand, seem natural. Seems to be built into everything I do. I'm hardwired into MedStar Sports Medicine the same way. I pick up the phone, I call them, I go. They're the sports medicine experts. I trust them.
Right now, ladies and gentlemen, we direct your attention to midfield area. They're the most beautiful girls in the MASL. Please welcome your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders. For your Baltimore Blast cheerleaders.
Gary Stein, Paul Minnemeyer back with you from the Royal Farms Arena. Blast leading the Heat 18-2 in the season home finale. Blast on their way to finishing their first ever perfect record at home, 10-0. 9-1 last year, 12-1 the year before. Only Milwaukee and Missouri have beaten the Blast at home in the last 3 years. Missouri beat them 14-11. Milwaukee actually shut out the Blast 8-0 in the home opener last year. Blast ended up going 17-3 last year, losing to Missouri in the final.
What a finals that was, huh?
Well, game 2 was Bass destroyed them, 19-4. Game 3 turned out to be a nail-biter right to the end. Brian Harris scoring the winning goal for Missouri with like less than a minute to go in the game.
Looked like the Blast was going to come out on top. And then Missouri got an absolutely beautiful goal in the box, and then Harris put it home and sent Missouri to victory.
There's nothing worse than the champion when you're not the champion and they're celebrating on your home floor.
Yeah.
Yep. The year prior to that, the Blast beat Missouri in the final. Blast have not played Missouri this year, but may see them in the conference final. And of course, Missouri has not lost this year. They're 19-0. And their big win was the 8-7 comeback win in Monterey in overtime. And we know that's not an easy place to play.
What a game that was. Missouri scored with under a minute to play to tie that game, and then won it shorthanded. in overtime.
Goal by Leo Gibson, who leads the league in scoring and has set the league record for most assists and most points in a year. And they've got 4 or 5 big offensive options. They've got him, they've got Asadpour, they've got Sosa, they've got Perez, they've got Harris. They got a great goalkeeper. Going to be a tough out. Saunders over to Ferdinand here. Final period underway. 13:18 left. Blast on cruise control right now. Here's Roque on the far side. You know what? I think my eyesight failing me on that one.
No, that's not Roque. That's Pereira down there.
That's Pereira. Well, here's Ferdinand. Look at this feed. Gibson to Pereira. Good idea, but broken up by the defense.
That's a great feed from Ferdinand to Gibson.
Ruggles contests that one and leads the breakaway the other way. Here's Gibson now. That one wide. Ruggles right there. Again, possession for Baltimore. Healy now, can you believe it, Paul? He's in his 7th season.
It seems like yesterday, doesn't it?
146th game tonight. I don't think he's missed a game. Obasi. And how does that one get in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that a 3?
Is that Obasi's or is that Donatelli's?
That's Obasi's goal. It's a 3. It's 21 to 2.
It's 3 3-pointers tonight.
It looked like Mel got that initial hand on it, but couldn't quite stop it. It trickles behind him, and smart play by Donatelli because he didn't touch it. It counts as 3.
Let's see if we got it. Well, they're showing Donatelli, but I believe it's Obasi. Let's take a look.
Last 3-point goals going by number 14.
That cut to the middle. Got underneath of him. Yep.
Mel tried to punch it out, but he punched it further into the back of the net.
That's it's just an effect of being peppered on the goal all night. Oh, look at that save by Saunders. Look at that distribution by Saunders. Wow!
Donatelli.
Oh,
yes! He's got it.
Assist number 2 for Saunders.
4 for the year, and Donatelli gets it. Donatelli from Saunders.
That is the distribution of the season, right? No offense to William Vanzella. That's the distribution of the season right there. As he nailed quick save on Teixeira, got up quickly, and just threw a bullet down the middle of the field, down the seam for Donatelli to finish.
Let's see if we can get that one again. 23 to 2 is the score.
Look at this. Identifies, and then look at this throw.
That's a rocket.
I mean, does it get any better than that? I mean, Tony Donatelli didn't touch the ball until he shot it.
That is correct. Phil Saunders with the assist. So what is it for Donatelli now? That's a goal and 2 assists, another 3-point night. He's got 7 for the weekend. Saunders with 4 points on the year, 4 assists.
4 assists.
All of them against the Heat. Blast now 23 to 2, 47 to 2 weekend.
Well, they got to score another goal to be able to top last night, right?
You would think. Free kick coming up for the Blast.
Harrisburg's number 18, Greg Terrell. Free kick, Blast.
Blast have now outscored their opponents 191 to 36 at home.
Well, they're going for 200.
Blast have 4 shutouts at home. Tonight they've allowed 2. They've given up 4 to Syracuse. The most that the Blast have allowed at home was 10 to Milwaukee. Other than that, it's been 8 or below. Of the 36 points the Blast have allowed, 18 came in 2 games against the Wave. And there's a goal.
We're going to wave
They'll
it off.
wave it
Foul.
off beforehand.
Pushing foul as they took Ruggles down.
So that was a nice blast by Thompson, but it was after the whistle. 9:52 left in the game.
Now, play's getting chippy as Diesel pushes Crawford away from the ball. They call the foul.
Free kick Heat midfield to Shera. Pereira for the Blast. He cuts over and makes the steal, and now
giveaway.
Comes up to Mello. Mello one-on-one.
Look at this. Look at this. Wow.
Right through the legs of Mel. Mello finally beats Mel. It's been the other way around most of the night.
How about the speed of Pereira? He cut it back to the middle, and within 2 strides, he had cleared the defender by a good 5-6 feet and could pretty much pick wherever he wanted to put the ball into the back of the net.
Time of the goal, 5:39 for Mello. That's his, first tonight, I think. He's got an assist, so it's a 2-point night.
Look at this. Look at this. He wins the ball, and watch. Cuts it back. And watch. 1, 2, 3. Look how much room he had past the defender.
John Mello has 3 goals, has 10 goals, 6 assists, and a timeout on the floor. We'll take 1-2 with the Blast up 25-2, 9:21 left. Back after this. Back at you here from the Royal Farms Arena. Harrisburg with the ball midfield. Foul on Ferdinand for the Blast. So let's see, the Blast now with 25 tonight. This will make I'm just going to count out loud, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th time this year the Blast have hit 20 plus.
We still have 9 minutes left.
Yeah, and a couple of those games, the Blast, were single point games. I'm talking about home games and in the division. Blast hit 19 against the Lancers as well. The only games the Blast have played this year, which were in single-digit format, was at Milwaukee. They won at 5-3. At Detroit, 9-6.
San Diego and Las Vegas.
And then San Diego and Las Vegas. That's correct. That's a rule that needs to be ironed out for next year.
What's that, Gary?
The multiple point goals.
Yeah, either or, right?
Right. This doesn't make any sense. But overall, you'd have to term this a success, this merger.
I would think so, yeah.
There are more better teams now playing indoor soccer together in the country. And there are some that, aren't so good.
I think it beats having 5 teams every year.
Yeah.
Right?
And even of the 5, one of them was never good.
Right.
So you really only had 4. The only reason the 15 was in the league was so that they didn't have 4. 7:30 left. Sanders goes up high, 25-2 Blast. It's a 49-point weekend for the Blast.
Blast are chasing their season high in a game in scoring. They had 27 against Harrisburg on November 21st. They had 26 against Detroit on November 14th.
Well, that's at home. On the road, they beat Harrisburg 29.
Oh, that's right, 29-8.
29-8,
29 at Harrisburg, that's correct. Plenty of time to break that here.
Look at Saunders venturing past the midfield line. He's got to get back.
I thought about doing that last night, but I chickened out. And I really didn't have to, you know?
You barely touched the ball last night.
I know.
What was up with like that bucket toss you made
I don't know.
out of the box?
I was worried about coming out of the box with the ball. And I just kind of threw it. It had to look dumb. I had to look dumb on that.
It really did. I wish I had a video of it.
I know you do.
I'm sure somebody does.
I know you do, because it would have been on YouTube like 5 minutes after the game ended last night.
Yeah. But other than that, you were solid. I think your best thing was you position your defenders really well.
Oh, yeah.
You had the defense set up nicely.
It's all about structure.
Yeah, definitely. How come Andrew doesn't play in that game anymore?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's a
He
good
retired.
question. Really?
He might come back.
You're still playing. You're what are you, 50 now?
Hey, watch it.
Close.
46, 47.
You're only 40.
I stopped counting.
Wait.
At 30.
So what are you, 47?
47.
You're 47. Not too bad.
I'm feeling it tonight, though.
So combined, we're 100 years old. we have 100 years of experience between us.
We're called the Century Boys.
Oh, man. I mean, what else are you going to talk about? Blast in control here, 25-2. Here's Crawford for the Heat. Heat have won 1 game this year. Ruggles, that shot found him. Here's Roque for the Blast. What a ball this is. And Pereira just couldn't control.
Couldn't quite settle that one. That was a good outlet pass, though.
Here's Crawford in the corner, picked up by Ruggles. I'm going to call him Rugged Ruggles from now on, because that's how he plays. I told this to Chuck Lightning on the show the other night. I do press box show with Stan the Fan, and Chuck Lightning was on to talk about Terry Truax. And I said, dude, you have a very what was the word I used? A distinction of playing like your name. You played like your name. You played like Lightning, and he did. He just is so quick. And Ruggles plays like his name, very rugged. Shot taken by Darville, that one wide. Harrisburg comes away. 4:09 left in this one. So the Blast right now have outscored their opponent coming into the game 56-8. It's now 81-10 against the Heat this year, 81-10.
Well, Danny Kelly was worried about how his team would play tonight. I guess they passed this test.
Well, as the Beatles once said, I hope we pass the audition. .336 left to play. Here's Darville again, leaving it for the Diesel. Gibson going to run that one down in the corner. Blast still maintain control. Here's Ferdinand now. Taken in the gut by a Heat defender. I thought he was going to catch it.
That would have been bad.
Yeah, I mean, but didn't it look like that? Like he was like a shortstop, like going down for it.
He was crouched. There's a push.
And that one is on Fultz, I believe. Nope, on Whitmer. 3 minutes exactly to go in this one. Blast will come out of here at 16-2. Heat at 1-17. One more weekend to play left for each. Blast at Harrisburg next Friday, at Rochester a week from tomorrow. Mel with it. .230 left.
I would imagine, too, next weekend they would do the same thing.
In terms of the
Van Zettel would get a start, and Saunders would get a start. Phil's played really well tonight.
Phil may start against Harrisburg.
He certainly earned it. There's a good drive. That's a nice save by Saunders, yeah.
I would say that he may start against, Phil may start against Harrisburg and then probably give William Rochester.
That last game against Rochester.
Free kick Harrisburg here, 1:51 left. I wonder how many Blast fans would go up to Harrisburg for that game next week.
Depends on the weather.
I think the fan club had a bus trip up there earlier in the year. 1:40 left.
I wonder what it's like outside now.
You played it smart. You're staying at a hotel over the weekend.
Yeah, I didn't want to take any chances leaving tonight.
Why can I not be a forward thinker? Oh, that one.
That's a cheapie. Deflection, I think, off of Healy.
Yeah.
And then
so is that a 3?
Yeah, it eludes Saunders.
Wow.
3-pointer. It's a 25-5 game with 1:17 left.
So the lead cut to 20. Let's see who they give the goal to here.
Here's the replay.
Yeah, that's a 3.
And Phil going one way, the ball deflected off Healy the other way.
So Fultz gets the goal. Unassisted is the goal. It's actually an own goal when you think about it, but either way, Fultz a 3-pointer. Time of the goal, 13:39 of the fourth. 25-5 is the score. And for Fultz on the year, that is goal number 16. Less than a minute now to go in the regular season at home. Blast going to complete a 10-0 mark, first ever perfect mark at home in franchise history. They've been around a long time. Of course, the Blast in the old MISL back from 1980. And now this franchise started with the Spirit in 1992, so this version is 23 years old. But soccer's been continuous in Baltimore for 35 years, and that'll do it here. 3-2-1, and the Blast have completed a home perfect season, 10-0. They go to 16-2 on the year. 2 more to go in the regular season before the fun begins on March 11th. It'll be playoff time. Impressive from some guys who don't ordinarily get a lot of time tonight.
Yeah, no doubt. Jamie Darville, obviously. Juan Pereira step into the lineup and get the job done against Harrisburg tonight. And Phil Saunders as well plays real well tonight in goal. Picks up 2 assists, gives up just 2 goals. And there you see, player of the game, Jamie Darville, got it going early. As Darville on the receiving end from Donatelli there. And then just some hard work in the corner here from Darville. It comes loose, and Jamie finishes. And that's really what got the Blast going. He got 2 of the first 3 goals. And then, sure, why not the hat trick, the give and go with Donatelli, and the big time finish off the far post by Jamie Darville. There's your Pepsi player of the game, Jamie Darville.
The Blast have 11 goals tonight, Paul, 3 of them from 3-point distance. Of the 11, only 1 Blast goal tonight was scored by a player who's been here for more than his second season.
That's amazing.
That was Donatelli. Other than that, it's Darville, who barely played last year also. He's in his second year. And then all the rookies, Ruggles, Pereira, Mello. And there's your save of the game from Saunders, who had another couple assists tonight. He's got 4 assists and 2 starts, and more than likely he'll get at least one more chance next weekend for the Blast as they close at Harrisburg and at Rochester. So Darville, your player of the game. The Blast beat the Heat 25-5, sweep the series this year, 27-0, 29-8, 25-5, as the two teams will tangle next Friday night. Final words?
Well, if Saunders keeps having 2 assists, we're going to have to come up with the goalkeeper assist of the game, right? No, it's a good win for the Blast, 25-5. Congratulations to them on a perfect home season. And they just got to keep the pedal down and go on the road a couple times and get ready for the playoffs.
No doubt. Big thank you to Chad and the entire Invicta crew, who's done a great job all season long, as they did last year as well. Thank you guys for the hard work. And Paul, thank you for another great season. We'll look forward to the playoffs on the 11th.
You got it.
Andrew Primrose, although you're not here tonight, I know it was bad weather. Thank you